Have you ever felt as life keep moving while you were busy living it? A friend moves away, parents grows older, neighborhood changes. A dream you once had becomes a memory. And one day you realize something strange. The world did not change all at once. It changed quietly while you were looking somewhere else. Thousands of years ago, in parts of Africa, people told a story about a chameleon and a lizard. It sounds simple, but like many old stories, its meaning seems to grow with time. Long ago, when the world was still young, the Supreme Creator decided to send a message to the humanity. Chameleon was chosen as the messenger. Slow, careful, deliberate. His message was simple. Humans will live forever. And so he began his journey patiently, step by step, across the earth. But another messenger was sent as well, a lizard, quick, restless, swift as a gust of wind. His message was different. Humans must die one day. The lizard raced across the land, over the rocks, through grasses, across desert and dust. And before the chameleon had traveled very far, the lizard reached. The message was delivered, and the fate of humanity was sealed. The chameleon continued his journey, unaware that everything had already changed. Somewhere behind him, the world had already become mortal. Children who had not yet been born would one day grow old. Mothers would bury their children. Kingdoms would rise and disappear into dust. Entire generations would come and go. Yet the chameleon kept walking, carrying a future that no longer existed. There is something haunting about that image. A messenger carrying hope, walking towards a destination, who do not know how far he traveled, only that he kept moving, carrying a message for a world that no longer existed. That is why people remembered this story. There are changes that happen too slowly to notice. A child grows a little taller. A parent develops a few gray hairs. A friendship drifts. A familiar place becomes unfamiliar. None of it happens in a single day. The chameleon would understand that he was a creature of slow things. Sometimes a friendship ends before the final conversation. Sometimes an ordinary day becomes the last day of a chapter and we do not recognize it at the time. Like the chameleon, we keep walking forward. Only later do we discover that something important had already changed behind us. An old photograph sits inside an album. You haven't looked at it for years. Then, one afternoon, you find it again. The faces are familiar, the smiles are familiar, but suddenly you realize how much time has passed. The photograph stayed the same, the people inside it did not. Perhaps that is the strangest thing about time. Most of the time, we do not notice it moving until we do. The tragedy was not that the chameleon was slow. The tragedy was that the world changed before he knew it had changed. And maybe that is where the old story changes, because it stops being about a chameleon and starts being about us. I often wonder about the moment the chameleon reached, the moment he finally understood, the moment he realized that the journey had continued, but the world had not remained the same. The story never tells us what he felt. It leaves him standing there, message in hand, journey complete, but meaningless. That is why the story survived, because sooner or later, most of us discover that some things do not end when we think they do. They end quietly, and by the time we understand what has happened, we already standing where the chameleon stood.